trolls in Moscow hacking into our voter file. So if you're a registered voter in Illinois, they had access to your name and address and a lot more information. And they tried to influence the outcome of the election unsuccessfully, thank goodness. Well, we want to make sure that never happens again. And I hope that President Trump raised that issue with Vladimir Putin. It was an outrage that they tried to do that in Illinois or any place in the United States. Now, the president has a separate issue when it comes to voter fraud. He believes he won the popular vote, even though he lost it officially by 3 million or more. He thinks that there were people who shouldn't have been voting who were voting for Hillary Clinton. It appears there's no evidence of that other than his own mind and his own theory and his own tweets. He creates a commission, his own presidential commission, to find 3 million illegal voters to prove that he won the popular vote in this election. The person he puts in charge of it, in addition to the vice president, is named Chris Kobach. He's the Secretary of State in Kansas. I know him personally. I've sworn him in before my committee. He is one of these hair-on-fire conspiracy theorists who believe that it can find a conspiracy behind everything. Now he has decided to ask the state of Illinois and all the other states for their voter files. He wants not only the information that is obvious, the name and address of the voters, but he's asked for additional information, driver's license numbers, the last 4 digits of your social security number, your date of birth and beyond. And most secretaries of state and head of election officials have told him to go fish. They're not going to give this to him because it's confidential and secret information. I agree with him. He doesn't have the power to subpoena. He should only be able to access what any person could access in public records, and if that's not enough, so be it. Now, to have a real commission, bipartisan commission, investigating voter fraud, we can do it. I'm open to that, but this is not the right approach.
So your advice to Illinois?
Most secretaries of state and election officials have told Mr. Kobach to take his request where the sun doesn't shine, and I would suggest he do the same in Illinois. I joined 3 other senators in a letter to the president saying the first item of business has to be, Mr. Putin, keep your Russian nose out of our voter file and out of our election process. We were the victims of a day of cyber infamy in the last election on November 8th of last year. This is intolerable. Don't believe for a second he's quit. He's on to it again for the next round. And our election officials in Illinois and other places don't have the resources to fight his sophisticated effort. So that should have been the first item of business. We'll learn later on whether it was.